What interpretation can you give to your wife or your husband's activity, thoughts, feelings, beliefs? I mean, how can you conceptualize your partner's behavior? What idea comes to your mind? Anytime he or she takes certain actions, behaves certain ways, what comes to your mind? This has always been a question I ask couples who give interpretation of what they see their partners do. Well, you see, there are certain freedom everybody has. You are free to see what you want to see and not what somebody else wants you to see. You're equally free to think what you want to think and not what somebody else wants you to think. You can believe whatever you want to believe and not necessarily what somebody else wants you to believe. You can say anything you want to say, not exactly what someone wants you to say. Nobody should teleguide you. You are free. But I'm only saying that how did you interpret, how did you conceptualize whatever that happens to your partner? I just want us to be objective so that we can give the right judgment. My name is Christian Matthew. I want us to consider knowledge of partner. Knowledge of partner. This time around is not just a partner, but your own partner. How much knowledge of your partner do you have? If you don't study him or her, you will misfire because you will misinterpret. Yes, I am going to tell you two stories. Life story that has to do with the knowledge of your partner, knowledge behind whatever activities, behavior, thoughts, belief, and reasoning a partner or a spouse might subject himself or herself to. Okay. And I asked the lady, what do you think your husband should do that he's not doing that made you think he's seeing someone else? Truly, the lady was sick. She needed surgery. And this man did not attend to it. The lady has said it many times, but the man will not yield to it. He had always promised, I will do it. We will go tomorrow. And tomorrow, you see, well, when I was a child, I was told that tomorrow is infinitive. Because when you get to the tomorrow, there can still also be another tomorrow. And it was posting his wife. And okay, what other facts do you have? The man never remembered his wife's birthday. All right. What other thing? The man never bought anything for the wife. Nothing. Not clothing, not shoes, not flower, no card, and nothing. And the wife was the one buying all these, buy clothing, the husband, and shoe, the husband, and all that. You got children? Yes, we got children. Is this man seated taking care of the children? I said, no. He will not know how the children will feed, what they will clothe with. Nothing. You want to say that man is wicked? Now, what is coming? What are you thinking? What is coming up in you? Are you thinking that he's seen someone else? She said yes. Because if he's not spending on me and on the children, he must be spending on someone else. And you said he doesn't spend on himself? I said no. He doesn't spend on himself either. But there must be something your husband likes. There's something he is taking good care of. Is there anything like that? He said yes. His car. The man took good care of the car, wash the car regularly, service the car regularly, check the engine, check the brake, check everything every now and then. And it's okay. Do you think that your husband is reckless while driving? She said yes. Excessively reckless. Over speeding. Okay, but can you deduce whether he goes late for his meetings, like church, like family meetings, like he's very late, except to his work? All right. Now, why do you think your husband has someone else other than all the explanation you are giving? What can you say about how he spent his money? Do you have access to his account? She said yes. Actually, I'm in charge of all the accounts. But was money spent from the account that you cannot explain? Say no. No money is spent. Every money he earned is paid into the account. So the interpretation you got is this man is cheating on you and he is not taking good care of you and you want to leave him. Am I correct? Say yes. Sir, your wife said you don't love her. The man said, I love my wife. But if you love somebody, there must be a proof. I mean, how can you say you love somebody? You never took her to clinic? You never bought anything for her? You never asked how she's feeling? And you say you loved her? Can you explain what you have meant by that? What is love to you? What is your interpretation of love? And the man started crying. He loved the wife. And they said, anytime I promised myself I would do something for my wife, I will not be able to do it. And it pains me. But do you know what could have happened? He said, I don't know, but I love my wife. This guy really, truly loved the wife. Okay. As a therapist, I knew where I was going. What I conceptualize is ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. This man procrastinates. This man overspeeds. This man comes late for meetings. And he doesn't take care, could not even remember the birthday of his wife. Neither will he, any of the children. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Whatever he holds on to, whatever he likes, he concentrates on, he will concentrate on it excessively. Just like majority of people are having ADHD. They might neglect every other thing. They will concentrate on their computers. Some will concentrate on their job. Some on their cars. They will neglect every other thing, and the wife or the husband will begin to complain. He or she only concentrate on jobs. No. Look inward. Think outside of the box. Oh, how I solved that issue? I asked the wife, what exactly do you want your husband to do? I want him to take me to the clinic. I want him to buy this. I said, well, I will give him an assignment. But know that your husband loves you. He has some underlying medical issue which can be attended to if you are of assistance to him. The assignment I gave the man, please, I want you to do this before we come for the next session. Do this. Hey, I also got an assignment for you. I want you to change the diet. Don't let him take caffeinated things any longer. No. Give him good fruit. Let him sleep enough. Let him take something like fish. Give him avocado. Give him a lot of vegetables. Give him some peace. And have intimacy frequently. If he's having difficulty bathing at night, let him bath with warm water. Let him take away the phone, the television, and whatever around him. Let him sleep soundly. That is the assignment I want you to do next week. Or against next week. I just said that as an example. That man never had a problem of hitting his wife. He cried like a baby. The lady also never ever imagined that it was something that is making the husband behave the way he behaved. She thought that it must be he has someone outside. He doesn't have anyone. Please get some knowledge. Get some knowledge. This man was good. But somebody does not just have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder overnight. Find out about the childhood history. Just find out. You change the diet, yes. And I was so shocked at the third session that things have changed. I mean, things really changed. That's the first story I will tell you. That's the second story. Also a couple. Oh, I'm a marriage and family therapist. I've been in counseling for a few years. I think my first couple counseling was 1986. So, I got this guy, couple. And the wife said, my husband has some spiritual problem. How do you mean? What is your understanding of spiritual problem? How is that affecting you? He said, because anytime we have misunderstanding, whatever I am doing will not prosper. I will have accident. Please, can you tell me what you have meant by accident? Is it road accident, domestic accident, office accident, and whatever? Or mouth accident? He said, everything. All right. Sir, why? What will you say about what your wife had just said? Do you have any idea? He said, I have no idea. Really? How come? After things have been dealt with, yeah, of course you do assessment and reassessment and all that. And your counselor will tell you that you will do an assignment for me against the next session. I already got the assignment to give, the homework. Madam, I want you to write as long as you could remember any time you have accident since the day you are conscious of yourself to date. Just write it. Sir, your assignment is to guide your utterance. Whatever that is happening, we cannot deduce. Please give your wife peace. Give her rest. I know that it could be as a result of fear, anxiety, and I might not settle that trigger whatever that happens, all these accidents she was talking about. She could make a mistake while she's driving because she will not be concentrating, but something triggers it. Sir, give your wife rest of mind. Don't argue with her. She's of a weaker vessel, please. That's your assignment. Please, anytime you want to get upset, remember this. I just woke up. But note it down. My wife says something infuriating to me, but I got up. I just walked away. And later I came back and things settled. Now, write everything down. Let us see. I really wanted to find out whether the husband had anything to do with the predicament of the wife. And it's so simple. And when they came, the following session, I got it. See, I'm so used to it. Catalogs! Don't be in a hurry. And I began to read. Shocking things. Starting from 1978. While I was in primary school, this happened. Another day, this happened. Down to high school, down to the university, down to the first job, then down to the instances she gave about her husband. And I asked the husband, do you know anything about all this? He said, not idea. No idea. When did you meet your wife? We met in 2001. Fantastic. How did we meet her? I met her on the road. Okay, please, can you explain what happened? You know why I was asking that question? Because there was a fatal accident that made her unconscious for 3 days. I met her on the road. She involved in an accident. She was driving. And this man took her to a local hospital, and the clinic will not allow him to leave because no record of this lady. And he was there. But thank God, she came back to life. She came back from coma. And they went to call the man. And they told this lady, your brother or your friend that brought you here is around and had not taken his bath for 2 days. By the time she saw this brother or friend, she had never met him in her life. And they got talking and she recuperated. And that was how they became friends. They started a relationship and they got married. Now say, okay, you have given instances of 17 accidents you have had in your life. Before this major one, you met your husband. How did your husband come into the 17 accidents? In fact, he met you when you were involved in a very serious accident. All these other accidents you are talking about, how is he involved? Where did you get married? The understanding of her husband is that he was devilish. And the man was not definitely the one, the man possibly was innocent. But that is the work of a counselor. You got to find out what actually triggered your accident, what made you to have accident. Something affected your emotion. That is why I told that man, please let her be stable. If she's stable, she'll be congruent. She drives, she talks, she do whatever she's a very fantastic lady. How much knowledge you have of your spouse? I am discouraged each time I hear a partner say his or her partner or spouse is demonic, is wicked. They said he's a cultist. My husband is a cultist. What do you know about him? My wife is a witch. What do you know about her? My mother is a witch. What do you know about her? This person might have depressive symptoms. Did you get to know her? Did you get to know them? Find out about it. If your husband hit his head on the ground, on the rock, on the tree, when he was a toddler, it could affect him. If your wife went through toxic relationship when she was a child, she could be affected equally. How much do you know? Please find out about the knowledge of certain things going on with your wife or with your husband. You got to find out. Know the feelings. Know about the thoughts. Know about the behavior. What triggers the behavior of your wife? What triggers the behavior of your husband? You don't care to know. Please be concerned. Please be concerned. Find out. Know some things about the medical history. Know your spouse or partner's medical history. What happened to him or her when he or she was in primary school or secondary school? What usually triggers whatever that she's experiencing? You don't bother. I am saying it because a horse does not appreciate the importance of a tail until it is cut off. By the time you have lost your husband or your wife, maybe to someone else or to death, so at that time you appreciate the potential, the quality in that person. Please find out now. Find out about the pains. The Bible says oppression makes a wise man mad. If your wife, your husband is oppressed by whatever thing, she will misbehave. We are all human beings. Please think about this. How much knowledge of your spouse do you have? I didn't mention anything I put in my book titled How Much Knowledge of Your Spouse Do You Have? Because I know that I will recommend it in case you want to have access to it on my website. We have audio and digital. Audio and digital. Please avail yourself of a copy. The audio is this. How much knowledge of your spouse do you have? You can download it, order it and download it on our website. Likewise, the digital. Like I said, both audio and digital are available. Just log into www.christianmatthewbooks.org. Now we are doing promo. For the audiobook, you have 50% discount. For the digital, you are having about 33% discount, Find out about your partner. Find out why she's behaving the way she's behaving. Is it medical? Is it as a result of medication? Is it as a result of what she's passing through? Certain ailment? Is it genetic? Is it that she's going through some psychological distress? Could it be because of the society? The influence? I'm talking about job hazards, peer influence, and all that. Could that be? You don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. Please, you have to sieve. If you don't decipher, you might not be able to know. How much knowledge of a spouse do you have? If you know your spouse, you enjoy him or her because you understand him or her. What she does, why she does it, where she does it, how she does it, and with whom she does it. Vice versa. Please find out why your husband is married to computer, married to the ministry. It's not because you are bad now. It's not because he's bad now. There could be some underlying medical condition. Remember, I mentioned ADHD the other time, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. If your husband is reckless or your wife is reckless, that could be. Did you hear me? Your wife likes dressing indecently, soft porn, and you are complaining about it. It might be she's having borderline personality disorder. She will do some risky things, and she will always think that you want to abandon her. Please, there are underlying conditions for whatever that happens. Get some knowledge. God bless you. Get to my website. Avail yourself of books. There are books there. Audio books, digital books. They are really fantastic. Like I said, we are doing some promotion now. Promotion, promotion, promotion. God bless you. Don't forget how much knowledge of a spouse you have.